Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
I'm addicted to bleaching my skin.
When you bleach, it makes you look more nicer, look more sexier.
I don't go love.
So I use the cream and the cream I cut up my face. I just cut and hurt me.
My client was bleaching.
I went from this to this.
Jesus.
I used to use skin lightening products because I was ashamed and just felt unattractive.
So much so, he bleached his skin.
I'm the darkest in the family. I have been getting told to bleach my skin since I was like 8.
See the people, I eat that.
I was shining, I was glowing.
Indian girl is taught be fair, otherwise you won't get married.
Not as if I don't like black, but you know, entire skin look lighter, it does look beautiful more.
Picture will look like your skin was bleached.
Single mother who has been using skin bleaching creams for over 15 years.
Yes, I accidentally bleached my skin when I was 12.
One is a Jamaican that is using peroxide to bleach her skin.
Because I want to be white in 1 week.
When me did a bleach, me never did I tell nobody for bleach. Me just a bleach.
About this aisle dedicated to skin lightening creams.
After skin bleaching, it was such a struggle to find skincare products.
Just do it. And then my biggest nightmare started.
It's working when you wipe down there and your skin is coming off.
I got this milk brightening cream from Temu.
Nigeria has declared skin lightening a national health emergency.
I bleached my baby out of shame. With that weird pink skin, and then you got black ass knuckles.
I could see the veins by my nose, like my skin was actually thin.
This was after someone saw my pictures and said that I was too dark.
They know how to market.
They know how to market.
I sell skin bleaching cream.
The last thing I'll ever think of doing again in my life is to bleach my skin.
Cameraman is a brown girl and the bleaching to my face. This is the difference from my face and my body. I do it so.
Wagwan Islanders, welcome back to another video, guys. Of course, you know it's your favorite island girl Jody here from the 876, and you see what time it is. You already know. You see the thumbnail, you see the intro. I hope you're comfortable, guys, because today we're diving into a big topic. It's a topic that is heavy, it's controversial, and it's very, very real. So of course, guys, we're talking about skin bleaching. Yes, the risk, the obsession, the damage, physical, emotional, cultural, the whole entire
Cream I cut up my face. I just cut and hurt me. Can't put nothing on it. See it there? And a minute. I don't like how it make my skin look ready, chippy, ugly, cutty. I don't understand.
I used to bleach my skin. Okay, maybe skin bleaching is a bit far, but I used to use skin lightening products because I was ashamed and just felt unattractive in my skin color. Hi, if you guys are new to me, my name is Ken. I am Filipino. I live here in Australia, and back in the day I used to live in Hong Kong and in the Philippines. That bit's relevant because when I lived in the Philippines and in Hong Kong, the standard of beauty was the fairer you are, the more attractive you are. Grew up in a family that was mixed, and a lot of the people in my family have lighter complexions, definitely a lot lighter than me. I actually had a nickname growing up which was basically the Ugly Duckling because this cartoon character was a black duck and they would name me that. Anyway, going back to the story, I didn't really start to realize how different I was from the rest of my family until I moved to the Philippines. I lived there for a couple of years, and whenever I'd turn on the television, we'd watch a teleserie, we'd watch a movie, and it was very apparent that in the culture, lighter skin was kind of ingrained in me that, you know, light is good, light is attractive, so I have to be lighter, and that's when I started experimenting with different skin lightening products. I started with the face, and I looked really weird because it was literally just my face that was getting fairer and the rest of my body was, you know, still quite dark. But then I progressed to using it all over my body, and then I think when I went to university, college in the Philippines, I started taking skin whitening tablets. I don't mean like these illegal ones that you don't know what's in them. I actually went to a well-known pharmacy. When the tablets finally started to work on me, I felt so happy because I felt attractive for once in my life, and I look back at those photos now. If I can find them, I'll put them on the screen. I looked sick. I looked pale. I think it wasn't until a few months before I moved to Australia that I completely stopped using skin whitening products, and then I kind of went the other way around. I went like super tanned. Like, that's another video if you guys want me to talk about it, and let me know if you guys want to. But yeah, that was my experience with skin whitening.
Every single person that used to bleach their skin in the past that eventually stopped bleaching did not just wake up one morning and was like, oh, I want to stop bleaching my skin. There was a shege we saw premium shege that made us say we are done with bleaching creams. Yes, I said we. If you're seeing me for the first time, yes, I used to bleach my skin and I eventually stopped and repaired my skin. So here is a story time on the shege I saw that made me run from my life. Now I'm going to try to put pictures of what I used to look like before I started bleaching. I will not be able to put pictures of myself when I was bleaching, because you will not find an unfiltered and unedited photo or video of me on the internet while I was bleaching. You will not. So this is what I used to look like before. This photo was taken, I think 2019, 2020. Yes, around 2019, 2020. So I was looking good and all. So there was this particular brand that was trending. Everybody was looking good. Everybody was glowing. Everybody was attractive. And I was like, I want to look like that also. So I switched to this brand. In fact, I would even go to their store to get my product. So I started using their product, and in a matter of like 2-3 weeks, I started to change my skin. I started to look very attractive. Like, I was shining, I was glowing, and I liked it. I started to have dark knuckles. I knew I was going to have dark knuckles, so it was nothing. I wasn't even surprised. So I went to their store to complain about my knuckles, and they told me, oh, get our dark knuckle set. The dark knuckle set, I think it had like 2 products, a cream and an oil. Yes, I started using them, and surprisingly, my knuckles started fading. But I started to notice that as my knuckles were fading, these inner parts, let me drop this, these inner parts were like getting very white. It was so white that I used to feel like if I open my hand too much like this, I would injure myself, and any little thing would just, tear my skin or something. And my knuckles started becoming like very white. So sometimes I would stop using the knuckle sets. When I stop using it, my knuckles would start getting dark. So you know what? I was just trying to shuffle between that. But I was looking good, I was shining. For some reason, people started to like, whenever I walk into a room, people would look at me. And then thinking about it now, I think people were looking at my stupidity, because I still walk into a room and people look at me. So I don't know why I thought. Anyways, while I was still battling with dark knuckles, I started to have sunburn. Like they became very obvious. It was like map on my face. It was really bad. And I went to their store. I was like, oh, I'm having sunburn. And they said, okay, you're going to get our sunburn set. It came with a toner and a cream. Now, aside this toner and cream for the sunburn, I already had a face wash. I already had a face toner. I already had a face cream. And they had one dead ass sunscreen. I think that thing was just moisturizer and aloe vera in it, thinking about it now. So I would use my face toner. I would use my sunburn toner. I would use my face cream. I would not apply like this, then leave this space, because I need to apply my sunburn cream as well. But honestly, I really wasn't seeing much difference, but I kept on using it. While I was on the sunburn phase, I noticed I started to have like really dark inner thighs. My inner thighs started becoming very dark. I went there. I'm having dark inner thigh. They said, oh, get our dark inner thigh cream. I got it. While I was still on the dark inner thigh, I started to have really dark elbow and knee. Like, it was not dark, it was black. Like, very, very black. So I went there and I go, my elbows and my knees are very dark. They go, get our dark knee and elbow set. I got it. And surprisingly, before I knew, in less than a week, 2 weeks, it started to fade. It started to blend. Remind you, I was white, right? Before I know, my elbow and my knee started to look whiter than my entire body. Now I had like dark spots. This part of it was really, really white. Then the dark spots were black. And then it started becoming whiter than my entire body. I was really, really shy. I would never wear, I barely exposed my body. During the day, I am always covered up. It was that bad. And then I had to like reduce the way I was using it. And when I noticed that I stopped using it every day, my elbow and my knee started getting dark. In fact, when I stopped using it, it went back to how it used to be, really, really dark. Next thing, my feet were becoming very dark, like really, really black. And I said to get their dark feet corrector. I think it had an oil and a body scrub. So I had a body scrub and I had a dark feet scrub. I think I remember my friend came to see me one time and I was scrubbing and I had a scrub for my body, then I had a separate one for my feet. And then she goes, why are you using 2 scrubs? I said, oh, this one is my dark fit scrub. She said, what did they put in this one? That is not in the other one. My face, my knuckles, my knee, my thighs, my feet. In fact, I was discolored head to toe. All of a sudden, I started to have the worst visible veins ever. You know how people say they have green veins? I didn't have green veins. I had green, I had purple, and I had blue. It was so visible. If you looked at my veins, you will run. That was how bad it was. And then I had to go back there to their store, and I was like, I am having green veins. I showed them my veins, and then they said, get a green vein corrector. Get a green vein corrector. At that moment, it was like something just came into my head, and I was like, green vein corrector. I was already there, so I just got their black soap. I love black soap, so I feel like you can never go wrong with black soap. So I got their black soap, and I left. And I got home that day. I looked at myself head to toe. Face set, body set, sunburn set, inner thigh, dark fit corrector, knuckle set, dark knee and elbow. I looked at the mirror, I couldn't even look at myself. And it was at that moment I said I was done. I was going to fix my skin. I was going to repair my skin no matter what it took. It wasn't easy fixing my skin. It wasn't easy at all, but I was glad I made that choice, and I am happy the era we are in right now. People no longer promote bleaching creams. People are starting to see how it could damage your skin. I was really glad I was able to stop it on time. I am proud of where my skin has gotten to today, and if you're still bleaching your skin, I really wish you have the courage to stop, because you're not going to regret it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any crazy story of why you stopped bleaching, be sure to share your stories. I want to hear them.
Listen guys, draw closer, because this is not about judging anyone. It's about the truth, about being honest with ourselves. It's about that honest conversation that is long overdue, especially on this channel. Speaking about this channel, I'd love to have you join the Islanders family by, of course, hitting that subscribe button and, like the video as per usual, guys. It is easy and it's absolutely free.
This was when I first started bleaching my skin. I went from this to this. And the only reason why I started bleaching was because I would always get spots on my forehead. Until I realised it didn't matter what shade I went, I'm still gonna get those spots.
The fashion is bleaching skin.
Okay.
What do you...
Right now in Jamaica, if you're not bleaching, you're not saying nothing, because bleaching turn up the thing. So when you bleach, it makes you look more nicer, look more sexier, and look more cuter than you was.
Some people would say they want to look like Beyonce or what you call that, Nicki Minaj. I want to look like Nicki Minaj.
Do you ever think about it and just wish that it was different and that the trend was to be black?
The only difference I wish you had in it was if it could happen faster without damaging your skin.
Show me what you do.
Alright, this is Bio Cream. Now this is Jamaica's baby in bleaching. There, and this is for your hair. But girls have found out that this volume 40 is like one of the big things that just brings up the cream, gives you that, first it gives you that reddish look, and then it just takes it off beautiful. But after a while you have to just cool off and come back again, because your skin will get way too thin. You get a cut, it will never heal. After a while this area will burst, and when it bursts the vein is more obvious.
What do you think would happen if I used it?
If you wow, I don't think you will have skin left. Some of the girls that do this think that, hey, if I do this long enough I'll become white. But you never actually get white. After you get brown you get pink. So you do it once in the morning and once in the night before you go to bed. There's some people now that do it 3 times a day. This is the way I do it.
Skin bleaching is the topic of this post. This woman is a Jamaican that is using peroxide to bleach her skin, which is a controversial method of lightening your skin that's popular in many countries. She's using a higher concentration of peroxide then it's considered really safe. And so it's not encouraged in this country, the United States. The concentrations are a little bit higher and can irritate the skin. In the United States, we prefer using hydroquinone that's prescribed by a physician so that we can monitor your progress. Typically, people who have uneven discoloration of the skin is who we prescribe hydroquinone for. Peroxide is generally considered a temporary treatment, temporary lightening, but she looks like she's used sunblock to prevent the darkness from coming back.
I sell skin bleaching cream. Pretty controversial, I know, but I do have negative comments. People saying you hate yourself, you wish you were white, but I don't really listen to it. I really don't care. I guess how society sees dark women, we're basically the losing team. Who wants to be on the losing team?
You know, the goal is to end colorism, racism. I feel like you changing your skin tone is just feeding into the cycle. And also, I think making money off of that is very kind of shady.
And some people just personally feel like they look better lighter, just like some people feel like they look better with makeup on.
I also don't think we can just ignore that there's such a terrible history of racism and colorism, and that's why it's a bigger deal to people when people are bleaching their skin versus when people are putting on makeup.
How long you been bleaching? When you started to bleach?
Lord Jesus, for years. You know how much years that lady from me I go school.
You think when you bleach, it make you look better?
Yeah, then that's why you bleach. To bring you up.
Why you think it make you look better though?
Because you have a bright, not as if I don't like black, but you know, entire skin look lighter, it just look beautiful more like you.
What you find it do to you now?
Boy, I may use it till it can't do nothing for me now. Right now, a doctor may have to go. You know how much money it costs more there? For buy, I forgot one jinxing something the doctor prescribe.
Why you go doctor? What happened?
My face just black. You know, say black man, I'm not that black. See there? See the cameraman is a brown girl and the bleaching to my face. This is the difference from my face and my body. I do it so.
So what the doctor said?
The doctor said I must stop bleach because I'm pregnant leaving.
Let's start at the beginning because the skin bleaching didn't just pop up out of nowhere. This is a deep-rooted thing, a colonial thing. Back in the day, if you know what I mean, lighter skin meant proximity to power. It meant wealth, it meant privilege, it meant safety, it meant being kept indoors while the darker skin folks were out in the sun, working, toiling, and just surviving. That mindset didn't disappear. Unfortunately, that mindset was just passed down generation to generation and like an inheritance that nobody asked for.
Yes, I accidentally bleached my skin when I was 12. Some of y'all already know this story, but this is for all the new people who don't know. When I was 12, I developed cystic acne. It first started on my forehead and then it spread all over my face. For the people who are new here, I'm Jamaican and I have very Jamaican parents. One of the first things that my parents gave to me when I first started developing acne was Cersei tea. If you know, you know. My parents gave me all type of bitter tea and bush and all type of things to drink, but nothing didn't help. I even washed my face with Dettol. They took me to a dermatologist, a white dermatologist at that, and that made my skin worse. So one day, one of my Jamaican aunties saw my face and she was like, Jesus Christ, Russian, look at your face. Your face sore up. You're Russian. Use some of this. And this is a candle, by the way. This is not bleaching cream. And at this point, me and my parents, we were all desperate to get rid of my acne. I think I said this, but not only did I have acne, but I also had dark spots from the acne. There was more dark spots on my face than actual bumps. So anyway, my auntie was like, Russian, rub some of this on your face. Without any direction. She was just like, rub some of this on your face. So it was the summer before 8th or 7th grade, I think. I began to rub the cream on my face. And I was in the house for the whole summer. I didn't even realize at first until school started back. And we all know that middle school is rough. On my first day back to school, people came up to me and they were asking me, how much longer do I have left? And I'm like, how much longer do I have left for what? And they're like, to live. My skin was actually a few shades lighter than this. I remember this one kid, he used to call me Michael, as in Michael Jackson. And the crazy thing about this is my aunt had the audacity when she saw me to say, Rashane, your skin look good. She said my skin looked good.
I miss this TV because I want to be white in 1 week.
So my mom bleaches her skin. I'm the darkest in the family. I have been getting told to bleach my skin since I was like 8. She stopped bothering me about it, especially because one time she gave me soap that was supposed to help with my acne, and then it bleached my baby hairs, and I found out it was skin bleaching cream soap. Anyways, I don't think you guys understand how hard-headed that generation is. Like the later Gen X, early Boomer generation. No, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care at all. That whole black is beautiful thing, yeah, no, they don't care. My mom, to this day, still bleaches her skin. The only thing I can get her to do is wear sunscreen. They are so brainwashed to the point where they just won't hear it.
At one point, you had a single called Black Hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And to promote it, you put up a picture where it looked like your skin was bleached. But it was just all Photoshop, right?
Yes. Yeah.
People lost their minds, though.
Yeah.
How did you feel about the response when people thought that you actually did it? Because Vybz Kartel bleached his skin at one point.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's not like that crazy to think that you would do it also, but you didn't actually do it.
The reaction when it happened at the time, it was very hypocritical because, and that's why the song was called Black Hypocrisy. It was called Black Hypocrisy because there was a lot of hypocrisy that was happening in the black community. And again, the reaction was that, how could she bleach her skin? Why would she do this? And why would she do this to herself? And why would she hate herself? And why this and why that? But it was coming from the same people from the black community who said I should have bleached my skin. So that's why it was called Black Hypocrisy, because it was funny how before the picture came out, my black people were saying I was too dark skinned. They don't understand how I have so much money and I'm not bleaching. I need to turn my thing up. I need to get with the flow. I want to get with the modern flow of bleaching. And I'm looking like, wait, a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman that looks like me is telling me that I'm too black, that I need to bleach, that I need to have a different appearance to appeal to an international audience more. So it was very critical to me and it was very alarming. So I felt like it was a conversation that needed to be had, that people need to always sweep it under the rug. I feel like colorism is real. I'm friends with a lot of Caucasians and I have a lot of Caucasian fans, but none of them have ever told me that I'm too black. It was coming from my own people and my own community. So the colorism was getting so big that, you know, you see the comments. I remember in the song, Black Hypocrisy, I said, them say me black till me shine, till me look dirty. That came from a comment. And so when she heard the song, she remembered that I had replied to her comment because she also was a black girl telling me that I'm so black. So when I put her comment in the song, I remember her making a video and apologizing. She was like, I am the one that said this. And she apologized. I told her I accepted her apology. And I felt like it opened up a lot of conversation. I'm sure that colorism, that still exists, but I know that it created an awareness for the conversation that people wasn't having in our community.
If you were on a skin bleaching journey, I hope you know that you are doing this for nobody but yourself, because the rest of us already know what's going on. Who exactly do you think you're fooling? Because you know, and we know, but I think the disconnect is that you don't think that we know. But I'm here to tell you we know. I've had it up to here with that weird pink skin, and then you got black ass knuckles, black ass features, black ass ears. Because why is your face pink and why are your knuckles black? We know. Think y'all realize that y'all don't look light skin, y'all look like a subsector of skin. Like there's light skin, brown skin, dark skin, and then there's skin bleachers. Because y'all don't fit in any of those categories. Because y'all do not look natural. It looks crazy. You look pink. It look like somebody took a number 2 pencil and just erased your skin. And like they didn't get like the crevices of things. Knuckles, elbows, knees, ears. When y'all bleaching, y'all don't think we notice? Y'all don't think those things count? I've had it up to here. Sammy Sosa. And maybe it's some form of body dysmorphia, but when you look in the mirror, what do you see looking back? Do y'all remember the show on Nickelodeon that was about like meat people? Like it might have been called Mr. Meaty or something like that, but all the people was like made out of meat. And they was like a weird fleshy like piggy pink kind of color. That's what y'all be looking like.
Nigeria has declared skin lightening a national health emergency. Now, this article is from February, but actually the news made it to the British Medical Journal this month. Apart from these creams causing discoloration, acne, stretch marks, bruising, even skin cancer, there are a group of kidney doctors in Nigeria who are noticing that young people without any previous medical history were coming in with kidney failure and needing dialysis. And the current thinking is that this is happening because some of these creams contain mercury, which can affect the kidneys. Now, once your kidneys stop working, your only options are dialysis or a kidney transplant. This is not something to play with.
It's so unfortunate, guys, that, today we're here, we're still carrying some of those ideals. They show up in our communities, they show up in our families, our workplaces, our social lives. They even show up in compliments that we give each other, and even the ones that we tend to hold back. You're so pretty for a black girl. I get that all the time. And whether we want to admit it or not, colorism plays a massive role in how people are seen, how they're valued, and of course, how they're treated.
Soweto, South Africa. Here lives Lebo Han, a 35-year-old single mother who has been using skin bleaching creams for over 15 years.
I couldn't stop at all. I was in hunger for that beauty. I even mixed it with my body lotion so that I could be light the whole body, not the face only.
In her 20s, Lebo Han became jealous when her friends gradually became lighter in complexion. She started using the same bleaching products, switching to different brands over the years depending on what her friends were using.
First, I was very beautiful, light, like a white woman. But after the after effects, that's when they started. I was becoming red and itchy, especially when I went outside to the sun. My skin went completely wrong.
Lebo Han was not aware of the long-term price she paid. But how could she know? Skin bleaching products are readily available in supermarkets, salons, and corner shops in South Africa, the purchase not accompanied by any medical guidance. Lebo Han takes us to her local supermarket to show us how easy it is to buy these creams.
So what's the difference? This one is for black spot people. So if you've got like dark spots, it's taking out dark spots. I want one that is going to lighten my skin. Okay, this one is more black spot corrector. It's for spots on the face. Right. The other one, normally I don't know, they buy this one. I don't know. I'm against this one, to be honest. The customers buy it.
It's not difficult to buy them because they are very cheap. Some of them are cheap than from getting one from the doctor, and then you can even get them from the street vendors.
40% Africans bleach their skins. That's according to the World Health Organization, and more research shows that most are unaware of the potential harm and do not consult doctors. Twin doctors Kanisile and Ziyanda Debele advocate actively against the use of skin bleaching products. They are shocked to find them easily available to shop online. Products containing mercury, steroids, and hydroquinone, ingredients with devastating consequences.
This is absolutely shocking for me. This is actually the first time I've seen a 4% hydroquinone
on the market.
Just freely available like this.
Yeah. They even sell in combos.
Yeah,
to make it easier for you in bulk, hey?
That product there, HQ2%.
It's abbreviated as HQ. Now you may think, 2% it's a low amount, right?
But any hydroquinone has been banned out of all products, all cosmetic products in South Africa. So whether it's 1%, 2%, it does not matter. It cannot be contained in any cosmetic products.
It's banned. It's literally banned. Skin bleaching products are banned in South Africa, in Africa,
Mercury,
in so many places.
Hydroquinone and illegal steroids.
Yeah.
Banned.
But people are still selling those exact products on the internet.
This patient over here is a patient who got severe steroid acne on the chest area. So this is classic of it. It happens on the chest and on the back, the upper back. This patient over here is a patient who you can tell was using hydroquinone for a very, very long time. How do we know that? They're starting to have the complications of the ochronosis.
When patients stop using skin bleaching creams, they usually become darker, so they bleach more and struggle to stop.
It's a back and forth. back and forth. Anyone who bleaches their skin will have hyperpigmentation when they stop bleaching their skin. So now they have to go through the whole bleaching thing again in order to try and even out their skin tone. And they don't have the patience for that stuff to happen, you know, long term. They want it to happen now, so they keep going back. That's why they can't stop.
Back in Soweto, Lebohang tries to restore her skin with natural oils. Is there hope that her skin will heal? She used ingredients usually prescribed for a maximum of 3 months for 15 years.
If you stop using them, you look like a crane. You look more older because you have stopped using them. They're not good at all. People are getting hurt. It's not okay. The government should do something about it. They are illegal, so they must be stopped.
Today, more young African women and men than ever are bleaching their skin. It seems like years of public health campaigns have evaporated. Can we change the script? Disregarding the legal ban on the creams, scores of South African influencers and celebrities like Kanye Mbau are promoting and selling their creams online. Colorism, a specific form of racism, stems from stereotypes regarding dark skin. It is normalized through images we see in the media, successful black artists with light complexions like Beyonce, Alicia Keys and Mariah Carey, and the underrepresentation of darker tones.
Yeah, I think it's simple. Beyonce is lighter. Okay, they have the same amount of Grammys, I could say, but she's lighter. So obviously you look at that on a higher note. You know, you put her on a pedestal.
We visit the rising hip-hop duo, the Tralavel twins, in their hometown of Germiston. Papi and Major have recently signed with local industry legend Questa. They are at the breaking point with their careers, and there is certainly some pressure on the twins to always be at the top of their game, hoping that skin bleaching creams will come to their aid. They started using skin bleaching creams a few months ago as a way to enhance their skin tone to brighten up for the camera. They buy a container of cream for about €7, lasting them about 2 weeks. Luckily, they don't show any signs of damage just yet. But what are the long-term effects of their decision to become lighter? What do doctors Ndebele have to say?
But it's so amazing how they use a Caucasian woman.
It's always a Caucasian lady.
Is it even? Let me see.
Yeah.
I guess that's the goal.
Yeah, no.
We see here also 2% hydroquinone. Dr. Kanisile does not approve.
It's a condition called achronosis. Okay, it literally means that you get stubborn pigment right here on the cheeks, on the forehead area. We can't get rid of that pigment. Once it's there, it's there, it's there. Okay, we can't lighten it. We can only prevent it from becoming darker and spreading by using sunscreen, but we can't treat achronosis. Those are the dangers of hydroquinone when you use it for too long. Were you guys getting redness? Did you ever have redness anyway?
The brew.
The guy
Cameroon, yeah, it was.
It's red now.
Yeah, and
You guys stop using
that was
the
the weirdest
products,
thing. That was the weirdest thing. Remember, I did say I was Reddish, right.
He's starting to burn. Yeah. That's the first sign of you starting to get the achronosis, the blackening.
Yeah.
And just remember also the bleaching products, also please just tell this friend of yours that it's not just about, you know, becoming dark or all these other things. Skin cancer, eh?
Yeah.
Long-term use of
Yeah.
those products, especially with him because he's been using it for a very long time. Skin cancers are very real. Melanomas.
I'm going to discuss this thing.
Yeah, please do. You guys are still so young. Yeah. Like you really
I'm gonna
don't
discard.
need those things. I mean, and why did you guys? Do you think being lighter in complexion actually helps you be more successful in the music industry, or just in general?
I feel, of course, for women it's more because, but even for men as well, you know, even for men as well, because it's
But
like.
who though here in South Africa? Because people say the one tall, dark, handsome.
That's what they all say. We watch too many movies. Vivica A. Fox movies,
The thing is, you don't hear like female artists singing about like I want a light skin
guy.
guy.
You know what I mean?
They
So-
speak about, you know.
So these are the things
that we need to speak more about. The fact that, you know, you don't need to be light to get a partner, to get ahead and stuff like that. It doesn't change anything just because you're... Exactly. Yeah, we call that body dysmorphia, but that's a conversation for a different day.
You know, I feel like the biggest thing is just the perspective of what race is, what color is. The person is a person. Colorism, you know. Different strokes for different folks, but everybody is beautiful. That's the thing. Once you start seeing people as art, you love it.
After the visit, Major and Papi stopped using the product. They plan to spread the message of being proud of your natural skin tone in the lyrics of their music.
The last thing I'll ever think of doing again in my life is to bleach my skin. I'm a skincare vendor, but before I started selling skincare products and before I had knowledge of skincare, I was using lightening products that really damaged my skin. I'm glad I was able to solve my skin issues, and this is what my skin looks like now. Filter where? You guys, this is what my skin looks like today. So in 2024, they are telling you to buy 7 days action sunburn removal cream, and you're going to go and buy 7 days action sunburn removal cream. I have told you before that this black thing by the side of your face is not called sunburn. Respect yourself and think about it. If it's called sunburn, why are you the only one that have it? Other people that go under the sun don't have it, it's only you. The reason why your face is burnt by this side is because you are using bleaching products. When I say bleaching product, I don't mean only cream. Maybe you know we have bleaching soaps, soap that can bleach your skin. We have oil that can bleach your skin. We have from Bact A, all these Vista Plus, all these things they are putting inside your lotion can bleach your skin. Now I'm going to tell you guys one particular product that costs all the yama on my face. This product, Kojisan soap. This product bleached my skin. And mind you, I'm not coming on here to bash any product, because I sell skincare products too, and I sell Kojisan soap too. Yes, I do sell Kojisan soap, but I don't recommend it for people, right? So you are using Kojisan and you think you're not bleaching. You are using extract soap and you think you're not bleaching. I've had people come to me, people that use extract soap come to me and tell me that they have stretch mark because of extract. I've not used extract before, but I'm just telling you what people have told me. You are using Pearly Gold and you think you're not bleaching. You're using from Bacteria, you're using Vista Plus, you're using all these tube cream and you think you're not bleaching. I use Kojisan on my body too, and Kojisan cost me severe stretch mark. Now, if you want to get rid of this black thing by the side of your face, the first thing to do is to stop using lightening products. Stop using lightening product. There is a difference between lightening and brightening. Brightening means shining your natural complexion, but lightening means changing your complexion.
I bleach my baby out of shame. I bleached my 1-year-old daughter. My husband is very light-skinned and so am I. But the truth is, my husband only loves fair women and I've always been bleaching my skin since I'm not fair. When I got pregnant with my daughter, my husband kept saying since we are all light-skinned, he can't wait for our daughter to be light-skinned too. When I gave birth to my daughter, she was fair initially. But after 4 months, her skin started turning dark. I felt so insecure and I started using whitening creams on her. It affected her skin at first, but now her skin has adjusted. She is now fair. My daughter has started reacting to these creams and she is barely a year. She has a lot of reactions and skin allergies. Sometimes I feel bad for bleaching her, but if I let her stay dark skin, people will question a lot. They might even think I cheated on my husband. Please, can anyone suggest me a safer bleaching cream I can use on her that won't make her sick? I'm in the comments.
First, guys, let's talk about the media for a second, because if you grew up never seeing anyone who looks like you being celebrated, you start to believe that you are not enough. But lighter skinned women are praised for their beauty, their softness, their marketability, while darker skinned women are either left out entirely or they're even cast in a different role. And when you're constantly bombarded with one of those versions of what beauty is supposed to look like, then it's not hard to understand why someone might try to fit that mold, even if it means bleaching.
And moisturizes your skin for long-lasting beauty. Hush.
You guys, the self-hate, the colorism is still very much real to this day, and it's being more pushed on us American sisters, but as you can see, it's in different countries as well. And I believe the Songs of Solomon 105, it speaks on his skin being black and comely. Comely means beautiful, and I wish our people would understand that. You don't need to dilute your melanin. Just look like the white man should be seen as more pure. You are beautiful. It's your God-given skin, and please embrace it and let's learn to love ourselves again, brothers and sisters.
I have this product with me. How big is this in India?
It is so big because every Indian girl is taught be fair, otherwise you won't get married.
Yeah, it is very famous. It's a famous skin whitening cream. My grandmother used it.
I would like you to, try this on your hand or something, and let's see if it has any effect.
See, not so lovely hand. And then you can see a lovely hand.
This is just too unnatural.
It's literally bleaching.
Yeah,
it is literally bleaching.
How do you feel after applying this?
It's like covering my original skin.
Do you feel good? Better?
No.
This is so not natural. I mean, I don't want my hand to look like this. It's so fake.
I'll not apply it on my face. I mean, nobody wants to look like a ghost. I think relatives, they say a lot, "Arey yaar, iska to color down hai, iski shaadi kaise hogi?" So those things affect you subconsciously when you're like little. So I think that is something which should not be done. I really don't want like my daughter to go through any of that.
Good. See, now me not bleach. When me did a bleach, me never did a tell nobody for bleach. Me just a bleach. Because me want bleach. Now me not bleach because me want bleach. You understand? So now, me want have a social responsibility because I want to do it. Not because nobody pressure me to do it. And I tell me, say, you should do it. Because this and that. No. So that's the whole difference now.
But yeah, so...
I was at the beauty supply store yesterday, and the clerk was following me around the whole time as if I was going to steal. While he worrying about me stealing, which I wasn't, he need to be worrying about this aisle dedicated to skin lightening creams. Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be mad at the clerk for racially profiling me, or if I'm supposed to be mad at the clerk for selling products that perpetuate the narrative that black people can become lighter or that they should become whiter. Because what the fuck is? Now, I know he ain't create the products, but damn, is he any better because he's selling them? This is crazy, child. White secret? There is no secret. You not becoming whiter or lighter, honey. You burning off your skin. Everybody stay away from these products. Like, this is crazy.
You know, the worst part about it is that I don't think the media isn't strategic. Marketing knows how to play on insecurities, from billboards to those Instagram and TikTok filters to those late night commercials promising maybe a brighter, smoother, better skin. It's all a performance. It's a hustle, a big performance with real life consequences.
I attempted to bleach my skin in 2020. This was after someone saw my pictures and said that I was too dark and I just wanted to glow by all means. So a family friend who was into organic products gifted me a whitening set and I started using them. After a few days, my skin was doing like all the spots on my face as cleared, and in my mind I was glowing, and I continued using the product. After that set finished, I got another one, and this time she gave me the Snow White set and I started using it. After a few weeks, I could no longer recognize my skin. I had a lot of dark patches and uneven skin tone, and I decided to focus on the dark parts and I started applying the product only on the dark parts. But it started getting worse, and my skin became so thin that you could even see my green veins. People were still complimenting me that I was glowing, but the only person that told me the truth was my elder sister. So I stopped using the product and started applying moisturizers. It took a long time for my skin to heal. I started having a lot of acne breakouts due to the product. This is why I hate skin bleaching. The disadvantages far outweighs the benefits. So if you are still bleaching your skin today, please stop. And if you need recommendations on safe products to use to target your skin conditions and also maintain your God-given complexion, you can click on the link in my bio to check this.
I bleached my skin by mistake because I didn't realize that a lot of Korean skincare products have like light bleaching agents, and I only realized this when I was back in South Africa in May, and my sister was asking me, "Oh, do you use Korean skincare?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Okay, I can see your skin is brighter, but it's borderline now becoming lighter." And it was also that like I could see the veins by my nose, like my skin was actually thin. And one of the remnants of this bleaching mishap is my hands. Every time I look at my hands, okay, it's not bad on camera, but they look like the Chubaba hands. Oh my gosh, the bleaching girlies hands. And the only time I realized that, oh my gosh, this thing is actually bleaching my skin was when I would tan. I love tanning Okay. I was literally 5'2", my Blaine to Monday era. Like, I was like, okay, one more day of these products, I'm gonna be the Minister of Further Education. Like, I could literally walk in there and be like, you can see that I'm the Minister of Further Education.
After skin bleaching, it was such a struggle to find skincare products. Nothing was working. My skin became so dark, bent, and uneven. It was so bad.
I got this milk brightening cream from Temu. Look at my eyelids.
I know everybody is on a budget and Temu is very affordable. However, I would not recommend buying their skincare because there are way too many stories online of people buying it and getting rashes or finding out that the product that they bought was a bleaching cream.
My asshole's so cute. I've been bleaching it so much lately. I want to show you. You bleach it? I've been bleaching it at home.
Anal bleaching. Let's talk about it. It's completely normal for the skin around your anus and labia to be darker than your actual skin color or get darker over time. Anal bleaching is a way of lightening the area temporarily. It can help the color around the anus appear more uniform with the rest of your body. Some people find that this helps them feel more confident in their appearance, or maybe they feel pressured by all the pink buttholes in porn and they want one too. Either way, it's up to you if you want to lighten your backdoor hole, and thankfully there are ways of doing it safely. But here's the thing, even though they call it anal bleaching, you're not actually bleaching anything. I mean, you really shouldn't put bleach on your skin. What you're actually doing is color correcting to align the pigment to your natural tone. Now, you can lighten your anus at home using over-the-counter products. Before you do, you should talk to a dermatologist or professional to ensure that the products you're using are safe to put on your particular skin, especially since some skin lightening products aren't well regulated. Most of these lightening products come in the form of creams and gels and contain a DIY anal whitening kit with a set of instructions on how to do it at home. Some are more affordable than others, some have better ingredients than others. I would say look for peels, creams, or gels that contain kojic acid. And then when you're ready, you should follow the packet instructions very carefully. Before applying the cream, clean your anus, ensuring that there are no open wounds. You should probably shave the area too. At-home products and treatments aren't as strong, so they take a little bit longer to create a clear difference. That's why some people go get it done professionally. Estheticians and other specialists have access to better quality products that can deliver consistent results. One popular method uses chemical peels or creams to break down melanin, and this is similar to the at-home method. Laser treatments are another popular technique done by a professional. Lasers can destroy excess melanin and slow pigment creation. As you can see, none of these techniques involve actual bleach. No matter what you do, you're gonna have to continue bleaching your skin for long-term results. And if you decide to do any of the at-home treatments, you may have to have your friend bleach your ass.
Oh yes, she said basically your ass is gonna be falling off the bone. That's what Ari said. So if y'all haven't seen the video of Ari's talking about the skin bleaching cream for, I guess she used it on her bottom area. This girl said, you know it's gonna be working. You know it's working when you wipe down there and your skin is coming off. Y'all telling me y'all about to go try some skin bleaching cream that's gonna wipe a layer of your skin off, the first damn layer. So y'all booty hole is about to be exposed. The whole top layer is about to be gone. So was it like an open wound? Damn near. And y'all gonna put this on y'all's crack or y'all's private area in the front, y'all's vagina, and use this because I already did. All I'm gonna say is do your own research, please. I don't know. It don't sound too safe to me. She said, even she said, use it at your own risk. Even she said this. Y'all be careful out there.
A little deeper, guys, and talk about why do people bleach. You know, what is really going on the inside to make someone say, you know what, I need to change my skin. Yeah, I need to do that. You know, it's not always about vanity. Sometimes I believe it's about pain, sometimes even about trauma, and sometimes it's about even the years of being overlooked, maybe underestimated or just mistreated because of your complexion. Bleaching becomes a mask, figuratively and almost literally, you know, a way to be seen, heard, accepted, but at what cost? You, because let me tell you, these things get extremely dangerous. Behind those beautiful packaging and promises, there are some serious health risks that some don't want to admit. You know, I've read about people talking about the mercury, of course, corticosteroids, if I'm saying it even right. Please, I'm butchering these words, but you know what I mean. I'll pop it up on the screen. Studies show that these are not ingredients that belong on your skin day in, day out. They can cause thinning, scarring, liver, and kidney problems. And make sure so this not up on the packaging. Then I tell you these things, and some of them them even interfere with your whole nervous system. There are people out here with a permanent skin damage, chemical burns, chronic health issues because of these long-term bleaching. But yet still, these products are being pushed, they are being sold, and unfortunately, still being used.
Not white secret. She said, shh. They really did something thinking they doing something. They put the, what you call it?
Putting
the afro on them.
yeah,
I ain't gonna say
like,
white. She might be just fair skin.
But I'm just
they
saying.
They know how to market
They know
this
how to
stuff.
market, yeah.
And then it's the white secret. Like, it's a mystery on how to get to that skin complexion.
So guys, this is how I gave up this my beautiful skin that I achieved from bleaching. So guys, 6 years back when I started this skincare, there was really nobody buying product from me because I'm a dark skin girl, I'm a brown skin. But the moment I started using it, people started buying. And then I promised myself that if this product enters the market, I'm definitely going to try to get my complexion back. That was the first lie I told myself until it became a habit. Look at this skin. I fought day and night to come to a realization that I would definitely get rid of this skin one day. Each time I look at myself in the mirror, I said, no way. There is no way I'm letting go of this skin. Then I just decided that it is time. Let me just do it. And then my biggest nightmare started. Hey! Jehovah, oh God, I beg. See my hand. As at this time, I was contemplating between, should I just go back? Since you sure say you go fit do this thing, can I fit? Look at my knuckles. It started with my knuckles first. Hey, God, I beg, go see me. This was the day I went to make my hair. Everybody was staring at me. You did not see how dark I am in this video. See my hand, God. See me, God. Is this me? Is this me? If you see me, I look like someone that is suffering. But you see, this was when everything started making sense. My color started coming back. See, if you've bleached before, you want to get your color back, you go use oil tire. You embrace body oils. Blending body oils, moisturizers. The reason I did not go through excessive havoc was because I never bleached with cream. I was using soap. And that is why I was able to correct my skin. Look at my hand here. Look at my healthy skin here. This is actually not the skin I want to arrive at, but this is me after 6 months. 4 months, sorry. This is 4 months of using just moisturizer and plain soap. I made the soap myself, but the moisturizers, I bought them from the market. You all know I only sell soap. I sell lightening soap, whitening soap, and body nourishing soap. But when it comes to cream, I always advise use a moisturizer. Stop using bleaching cream with active soap. If I had used active cream and soap, my case would have been hell. But look at me now. This is my present complexion now. This is how I look now. I'm going to be dropping a video of what I use, what I bought in the market that I use, and my soap that I used to achieve.
Me watching myself back then mixing things just to bleach my skin. Oh my goodness, what is she about to do? Me thinking I know what I'm doing. Currently in shock and disbelief that I used that on my skin. God let her not add bleaching oil. Oh, she did. Now look at this poison. Me happy with what I've made. I can't believe I did this to my skin for 9 years. I'm still in shock. And to think people still do this to their skin, it's crazy.
Based on what we have seen so far, it's not just women. Let's be real, guys. Men are bleaching too. Quietly, discreetly, but yes, it's happening. Because the pressure to look certain way doesn't stop at a gender. Men are being told that lighter skin is more successful. They are seen more attractive, I should say, or even more respected. Some of them are taking those risks just to feel like they are enough.
Are light-skinned people better looking? Vibes Cartel believes they are. So much so, he bleached his skin. He said, why y'all lying? Listen to the lyrics of all the rappers. They're all talking about light-skinned girls. Everybody wants a light-skinned girl. Even the girls want a light-skinned brother. Everybody does. Why can't we just be real and say lighter is better looking? People said, bro, you're bleaching your skin. And initially he said, what? I'm not bleaching my skin. What are you talking about? I just stay out of the sun. I'm drinking water, 2 liters a day, and I'm moisturizing. After a while, he said, yes, I'm bleaching my skin. There's nothing wrong with it. What's wrong? He went on to launch his own skin bleaching products. Some people got really mad about this. A radio station said, I'm not playing Vibes Cartel for the whole of Black History Month. If you ain't black, I'm not going to play you for Black History Month. But look at the knuckles and the lips. Look around the eyes. You never really get rid of it. What do you guys reckon? Is it worth it to bleach? Are light people better looking than dark skinned people?
I'm going to show you how I got back to my original skin colour after bleaching for almost 10 years and ended up like this. The first thing I stopped doing was getting facials. I used to buy facial treatments on voucher and let people that are not trained on black skin play with my face. I never went out in the sun for a whole year. Luckily I'm in the UK so the sun is not that harsh. If the product says whitening on it and it's not for your teeth, run away. If the product says lightening on it, run away. I went to the doctors. I was prescribed a steroid cream to reduce the redness on my skin. I had bleached so much, it thinned out my skin to the point where my skin was pink. The skincare product is sold in a hair shop. Do not buy it. Go to a dermatologist because everybody's skin is different. This is my skin now. I'm so glad I've been able to maintain an even skin tone without using any skin bleaching products. This is with no filter, no smooth, nothing. Straight from the camera roll. And I'm so happy with how I've managed to maintain such an even skin tone all over my body. Like, come on.
Did you look at a person and say, I want to look like so-and-so?
Yes, obviously you have to look on somebody and say, I want to be on that level. I want to look like Michael Jackson one day.
You want that color?
Yes, I want to
level.
reach to the Michael Jackson color.
Really?
So that's where I'm looking at now. But I don't want to look to do that through injection or anyhow.
Yes.
I just want to do it on a healthy skin tone.
So why not a tone like, let's say, a Kanye Bao? Because we all know she's very open about the lightening that she does. Why not that color of tone? Because the Michael Jackson color is like white.
Yes, it is white.
And that's what you want?
That's what I want.
Do you want to look white or you want a white skin tone?
I want a white skin tone. I love what I am. And then I'm still black. And I do embrace being black. It's just that I want to be that black, that want to be light in skin.
Let's zoom out for a moment, guys, because this isn't just a Caribbean issue. It's not just an African issue. It's not happening just one place. This is global, whether you're in Nigeria, India, Jamaica, the Philippines, Brazil, South Korea, from the ghetto to the runway, you know, as sad as it may sound, skin lightening craze is happening everywhere. Different products, different languages, but the same goal, to erase your melanin. It's where things get even more complicated because while people are out here bleaching to get lighter, then you have others doing the complete opposite, you know, sunbathing, tanning, using bronzers and fillers and injection to look exotic. The same features that we are running away from, they're now trending. So I don't know, make it make sense. You know, let me just say this because I realize that some people don't bleach themselves because they hate themselves. They bleach because they have been made to feel like they really don't have a choice, you know, because job opportunities are better when you're lighter. Dating maybe feels easier. Family members praise you, and there's just so much more to it. Society does treat you differently, and that's the heartbreaking part. You know, the system is designed to reward conformity and punish authenticity. But let me tell you something. Come here, come right here. So the system is lying. Your skin is not the problem. Your skin is actually powerful. It's sacred. It's beautiful. It carries history. It's carries resilience, it carries you. Yes, bleaching can go horribly wrong, but the worst part isn't just the scars on the outside, it's the ones that we can't see. Belief that you're not good enough for the way you are, that who you are in your natural state maybe isn't worthy, that's the real danger. That to me is the real poison. There's another side to this whole story, and that's the side of healing, of unlearning, of choosing to love the very things that we were thought to hide. Because once you realize that life is profitable, then you can start building your own truth. You can start reclaiming your power. You can say, you know what, no, I will not let this world define my beauty. With all we have seen thus far, I really want to honor those people in today's video that have shared their whole skin bleaching stories, the one who went through it and said, I don't want this anymore. They are the brave ones. Remind us that healing is possible, and it's okay to start over, and that we can unlearn to hate and just relearn the love. The younger generation is coming up. I know I do have some younger ones in my audience, like from even 16, 17 up. Just hear me out, guys. You are enough. Your skin is enough. Don't let a trend, a filter, a comment, a commercial convince you otherwise. May look right by you. Yes, beauty is not about how light you are, but it's about how you show up fully as you. And to the rest of my goodies, to the rest of my islanders, to the rest of you, me could do better now, guys. Let's start making jokes about skin tones, and let's start praising bleaching like it's a glow up. Let's start challenging the system that taught us that lighter is better, because until we do, then unfortunately the cycle will continue. Guys, here's my challenge to all of us. Let's redefine beauty in our own terms. Let's love our skin, every shade of it, and I mean every shade of it. Let's protect the next generation from this whole madness, and just not be afraid of having those hard conversations like this one. So guys, this is where we're going to wrap up today's discussion today. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. As always, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. Drop them down in the comments. Have you ever experienced skin bleaching? Have you ever struggled with colorism yourself? Of course, sound off in the comments below. As per usual, guys, thank you again so much for sticking with me until the end of another video. If you haven't yet liked or subscribed, please go ahead and do so now. Support the girl, support the channel. And if you want to continue to watch more relatable edutainment discussions like these, you can go ahead and click that up next video over the right you saw on your screen and enjoy the day away. As per usual, guys, thank you again so much for watching. My name is Jody, and I aspire to inspire. Until next time, guys, walk good.